Hey. Yeah. What's going on, everybody?
Yo. What up, man? It's in the booth. This your boy Messenja.
CantonJones.
Ramona Jones.
GCS in the building.
Yeah. Everything together in the booth. Yes, lady, and we're still in the booth. Podcast with the interview. Ain't me stop what we finna do. Got her with some maids over in the limousine. We got something for the king, something for the queen. And we got them with a team, about to do the thing. And we hit them with a bada boom, bada bing.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speak it to the house, speak it to the youth. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See time harvest, you gon' see the fruit. With the kid take, gotta pull it from the roots. Get the best, get the bag, gotta get the loot. Another way, bitch, we don't need a suit. Let's go now. Now I can't Canton Messenja.
Cowboys. Come on,
So are the Dolphins.
not Cowboys. Thank you guys for joining us in the booth today. Please like, share, and subscribe to the show on Facebook, YouTube, and all podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts.
And if you would like to sponsor or advertise with the show, hit us up at intheboothpod@gmail.com. Or if you would just like to, give us a little encouragement. Like our sister Desire, she hit us up on the email.
Okay.
And gave us a little words of encouragement. She says, I just wanted to thank you and your podcast. I usually start my day with prayer, and then I go to In the Booth podcast. I will replay old episodes and get inspired all over again.
That right?
So what prompted this email, I was replaying the episode Youth Ministry Woes, and tears began to flow. Why? I am 41 years old and one of the youngest people at my family's church. She said she's 41.
She's 41?
You stopped the music?
Right. The bed stopped after that.
Rewind.
She's 41 and one of the youngest people at her family's church.
Wow.
There are maybe 5 people younger than me. 2 of them my step siblings. All of our youth left the church because mothers told them they ain't saved because they wear ripped jeans and make up the church. They can't love Jesus if they have long hair, boys, and weaves, girls.
A lot don't care who.
All the youth left. So God pressed me to receive the youth ministry. He gave me an idea of youth conference, Friday night service, prayer, pajama shut-in, necessary conversations, brunch, and Christian hip-hop concert, then a night of bowling and laser tag. I contacted a well-known famous Christian hip-hop artist who agreed to do a concert because of the rapper's baptism album. My niece and nephew were baptized. Everything was going well. The church was excited until they heard it was not a singing with the quartets and hymnals. That was in quotation, singing.
Yeah, we know what that means.
With quartets and hymnals. When they found out it was a rapper, they began to say the guy uses profane language and dances on stage. His stuff is unholy. I am a false prophet and all kinds of foolishness. All lies. I no longer have the church's support. The pastor supports me, but the church does not. So this episode hit different today. It then reminded me of the episode y'all did when the guy from the Migos died. I get it. I get the frustration and the passion of Pastor K-Joe in that episode. It's infuriating to know that this is happening in churches all over. But God has a remnant of people who will stand and be about the kingdom, even when it's not a popular thing to do. So I totally appreciate y'all. God bless you all, Pastor K-Joe, Pastor Ramona, Pastor Messenja. You are a blessing to the kingdom. I am encouraged. Thank you.
Let me say something. What's her name?
Desire,
do your thing. It might be Desiree.
That conversation.
But let me say something to parents, specifically African American parents, and church parents, slave parents. If you have a child that is in church, young kid, maybe teenagers, and you got old school parents or old school people that saying something about hip hop music or stuff that influences your kid, you gotta stand up for that child's music, that child's culture. They already know. I do all this. When my kids start growing their hair, I start growing mine, and I start growing mine so that there is no question that I support it because I look like it.
Right.
So it's not even gonna have to be in. And I don't even have to explain the culture to you. I'm gonna be wearing the same thing they wearing.
Right.
Yeah. So and I can very well defend myself in the word, in the culture, and as a man.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? And so but what you're doing is you're allowing traditions, things that has no spiritual relevance, no biblical context, to control your kids. It's just as evil as witchcraft.
That's right.
Because it's having the same effect.
Yep.
Yeah,
When a person comes in and says they represent God and lie, that is the same. That's the sin of witchcraft. That's the same thing. They're pushing their religion. They're saying ripped jeans. God don't like that. That's a lie. God don't like long hair. Why would he not like my hair? The hair is he gave me.
He was a Nazarite.
It's a lie.
It's
a lie. All of that, it's lies. It's based off culture and it's based off control.
And misinterpretation of scripture too.
It's all witchcraft though. Yeah. And the thing about it is, it's a different form of witchcraft because witchcraft is simply control. When a person can say a spell, they want to control you or they want to put something on you. And the same thing, if a person can wipe out a church with a word, that's a witch.
Yeah.
All right? Now, you don't see it as witch. That's grandma. She means well. She's just old school. No, we've been pacifying that mess for too long. That ain't old school. You're killing our kids.
Yeah.
Why? Because the kids get pushed back out to the streets, and then you got to bury him. Nice. He was a good man. Yeah. All right, so we got to stop with this mess.
And then in this instance, you have a church that the youngest person is 41.
Yeah,
if that's not any indication.
The youngest person is 41 as a result.
That's what I'm saying.
Of something somebody said.
Right.
That means the church was full of young people.
I mean, you had young people.
You had them. How many people are we losing that we had?
Right.
Like we talk about the streets and the devil is busy and all this stuff and the world is going to hell. And
but what about the ones that's right there in the church that don't come back?
Yeah.
I explained this a while back. Is the older church or saints have to stop giving us their experience with God and give us the God of your experience.
Yeah.
Let us have our own experience with God. You can't throw your experience on me and expect it to hit me the same way because we're not the same person.
Right.
God is big enough to have an experience with every single person.
That's what a relationship is.
Yeah, that's what a relationship is.
Right.
You can't make me have relation with God through you.
Right.
I have to have my own. It's like, okay, my relationship has to go through you, and that's the only way, me and God can communicate. Mm-hmm. Oh, God told you to tell me that my pants ripped. I ain't saved. Okay, well.
And God can't talk to me about that?
Right. So,
and I guess
the God Junior effect. Right. You got to stop. You're not on the council.
Yeah, facts.
That's not who you are. That's not what you are. That's not what you do.
And what's unfair, the kid doesn't know. He don't know. He feel like you've been in church. You
representing.
You represent God.
Yeah.
You must know God more than me. And so this is what God been on me about. Let me just be real. The Lord is telling me, stop complaining about what's wrong and advertise and promote what's right through you.
Yeah.
Make what's right bigger than what's wrong. They're doing what they're doing because we won't step up.
Right.
And I'm stepping up. I'm stepping up with the boldness. I have the boldness now to talk to anybody on any level about anything that affects me. I was like, that works for you, don't work for us.
Yeah.
You can look at the numbers and tell that church don't work for you. For us, the way it works for you. You can look in the pews and see the people that's in the pews that see church don't work for us. I told my son last night, boy, the Lord warned me about you 9 years ago. To say, if you don't start this church, Free Life, or this movement, you're gonna lose your sons. He said, your daughter's gonna be all right, but there's not gonna be a place for your son to go express himself. My son make beats, he rap. There is no place that I can think of that I can send him on a regular basis to express himself in the culture that is like in his school, every single place.
Yeah.
But he can't find no place to worship except free life. That is ridiculous to me. Now, some youth people do it, some youth ministries do it, but sometimes they try to keep it out because they feel like the negativity of the culture is
or it's capped by the main ministry or by the adult ministry. It's only so much you can do.
It's Youth Sunday, but you don't let the youth do what they do.
Or y'all got this corner
Yeah.
or that small room over there to do what you
to do that.
It's capped.
Yeah.
They don't give them the main stage. They don't give them, and that's not what's being streamed.
Right.
They're not giving them the main platform.
So the culture
it's capped.
Right.
Wherever it is.
And you never see, or you rarely see God with the culture. You see the rappers. But when you see us rapping, we always in some dark room or somewhere that's not with the main congregation.
Don't say, yeah.
We're always away.
Push
You always see us, or we're always at the youth conference or the community fest or the harvest fest or
the thing that ain't online.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all don't post it.
But
Right.
Sunday,
Yeah.
and
That
if
happens
they
once
do,
a year.
Yeah.
It happens every now and then.
Yeah.
It's not a part of the culture.
But when you go to the church site, you see the services. You see, you don't see this.
the representation
Even
of
if
the
you
culture.
do it, if you did it in the fellowship hall, we didn't see it.
Yeah. And we're not trying to tell you to change all your services to hip hop.
Yeah, no.
We're just saying include it.
Include
Now,
it. Yeah.
It's those pastors who are business minded, they do stuff to include families. They do stuff to include, some of them intentionally include LGBTQ. That's what they do. They put the culture on them. A lot of those guys are in the in the service and in the choir. They include white people. They do everything except hip hop. It's like you include everybody except just put a rapper with the choir. Just include them. I'm not telling you to let them take over. Yeah. And here's the thing.
And that's the problem. They feel like it will take over.
And they feel like when a person raps, then everybody got to sit down. That's y'all thing.
Yeah.
That's y'all. I can't stand that.
Yeah.
That you want me to stand up when y'all singing?
Yeah.
Well, you want me to be a part of when y'all doing something?
Clapping, dancing,
but
everything
then
else.
when we come up, that's y'all thing. We're going to sit in the back. That's y'all thing. No, it's a family.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit down when my kids are rapping and singing.
Right.
I'm going to encourage them because I want them to do the same thing with
Yeah,
that.
even if one of my kids don't rap, whatever they do, I'm going to be with it. If they go up there and tap dance, and I don't ever tap dance, and they up there tap dance for the Lord, okay, I'm front row.
For the Lord.
Yeah, tap dance for the Lord.
And that's why family is so important here at what we do, because it's a family expression. You see, what I love how y'all do stuff for the young people. Yeah. It's not youth. That's not. You're looking at youth, but you see adults around there. You don't understand what family worship looks like.
Yeah.
So you call it youth.
Yeah.
But it's
not
family. These are my kids.
Yeah.
These are our kids up here. We're worshiping as a family. We don't want to separate it because eventually, like Love is in school. We did good. She didn't cry.
They're right.
I didn't cry. But now that we don't have, I didn't cry.
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
I'm just looking.
Right, what you talking about? You looking like I'm lying. So I didn't cry, but she went to the side over there by the garbage can. I saw you. But either way, everything that Love has learned is now in effect. I can't see her every day.
No.
So we try to get people after they've gone out, sinned, got shot at, try to bring them back to church and give them something, put a suit on you. Man, that mess.
Yeah.
Why you have the kid there, why you have the family there, worship with them. And so we got to figure out family worship. Yeah. Bishop, I know you old school.
Just pour into them.
Wait. To keep saying that you're old school makes you immature. To keep expressing I'm old school means you won't change enough to save lives. you won't change enough to save lives. You're going to keep them the same because you don't want to change you, so you'd rather just roll them in the casket. Let's bring the other one in the casket. Just bring another one in the casket. You won't change because you're old school. Yeah, I don't like that type of music. We don't like yours either.
Right.
So therefore, it's cool, but we still worship together.
Exactly.
All right. So what's the problem? Well, I'm the pastor. Okay. Well, you know that can end. That can change. So you got to understand that God is trying to bring the family together, and you do family music, and everybody else uses this art form except us. I'm talking about white people use it more than black people in church.
These are facts.
And so I'm like, what are we doing? Like, if we just include it, not let it take over. It ain't everything. I got to be hip hop. You know how it is. You one hip hop song, and they done took over. Oh Lord, look, they everywhere.
Pastor, you ain't got to wear a FUBU jacket on.
Please don't. For the love of God, please don't.
What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and wear your linen flannel
church shoes with the FUBU
jersey. No, it's a FUBU jersey.
Try to turn it around like crisscross and wear your pants backwards. No, you ain't got to do that.
Stay in your lane, but let them do them. Yeah. And together, and it's got to make Sunday morning. If it doesn't make Sunday morning, you have no respect for it. But a lot of us are in fear because we feel like that'll affect the offering. That's the Bible said the love of money is the root of all evil. The wrong relationship with money. So you feel like it's gonna mess your money up. You feel like that missionary or that mom ain't gonna get that offering because they don't like the sound, so they're not gonna come back. So you feel like saving lives is gonna mess your money up.
You know what else is gonna mess your money up? When everybody die out and there's nobody to take it. The youngest person is 41. Yeah, that's gonna really mess your money up.
All right, so that's not what we came to talk about today, but still, we got to do something about it.
Right. Got to talk about it.
But I'm not complaining about it. That's why I'm stepping up to the plate. So if your kids need somewhere to worship, bring them to Free Life.
Yeah. We'll take them.
You come with them though.
They're right.
Don't be dropping kids.
Yeah, don't drop them off.
And don't wear the FUBU.
Yeah, because we don't have long colors. Church ain't long.
Yeah, right. So you can't drop them off and then come back after your church service.
Yeah.
Ain't no baby.
We'll put them in a Uber.
And no Jabos either.
Say Jabos.
Jabos and
we had to stand outside the Piedmont house.
British Knights.
Picking up kids.
Yeah.
We're gonna take them to school on Sunday.
Yeah.
Tell them he early.
You had that on the church yesterday. All right, man. So today we're talking or looking and discussing a very viral video. I don't know what the girl name is, but it's the girl that took the brick to the face by a male. That's the story. A lot has come out since this story surfaced. And a lot of people have stepped up, including the young man that she was talking to, saying, y'all didn't do anything. He was like, what we supposed to do or whatnot. He has come out and has a couple of videos out there and interviews. So this thing is going in a weird direction. But when it first came out, everybody saw the side of her face and immediately was infuriated that a man would do that and that other men. So everybody jumped on her story, but the story kind of
took a turn. So yeah, roll that beautiful bean footage. Right.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up.
And then every time something happens to you, you put a GoFundMe up. Check out these GoFundMes, 2 different ones, $40,000 from the brick, and then about $4,000 something from the time in 2020.
Why? I always lie to the people of the global minority, and then
She never filed a police report. There was never no surveillance from the store where she claimed it happened. And then you go and you throw a GoFundMe up. I hope the women that came online and dragged black men because of this, I hope y'all drag her for scamming. I hope y'all drag her for lying, because let me tell you something. No accountability amongst black women. When a black woman's really, really in danger, nobody's going to believe us because of situations like this and because of situations like Carly Russell. I said what I said. And my name is Charlotte King.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yo, this man.
What it's turning out to look like is that she scams. And I looked at some of her videos, you know, because everything after the fact surfaces. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she knew that if she didn't know that it was going to go viral like this to this extent. But she is known for going around slapping white people. For no, she has one where she slaps a white guy, walks off, turns around, shakes her butt, like she's just, you know, does a lot of.
She wants somebody to beat her up so she can get sued.
I don't know. I don't know.
So she can sue or whatever.
But the brick to the face thing is kind of, as it goes on more and more, you know. So
let me look at that last image.
Yeah, and see the image makes you go with the story. Once everything kind of starts,
bro. if I hit you in the face with a brick,
number one,
your face gonna look way worse.
That number one, if you hit somebody with a brick, but Craig knocked Debo out with a brick. How are you coherent?
Right.
You're not stumbling. You're not. You get hit with a brick.
She looked like she got stung by a bee.
Yeah, she had an allergic reaction or something.
Ate some bad soup
like,
or something like
somebody, if a man hits you with a brick,
you got hit with a brick. Your eye should be hanging out.
Yeah,
okay,
bro, and you should be bleeding too.
Yeah, that part.
But you
gonna hit me with a brick? Yeah. Like, nah, bro, girl, if your teeth, everything, bruh. If I hit you with a brick,
but
it would be some kind of bruising or something like
you would be stumbling, and you would immediately call the police instead of how you get hit with a brick and you just go to live.
She got bit by a roach, bro.
A roach. And the other girl that put it up she's telling the truth because it makes black women look like. And then it's like a cry wolf kind of thing.
Yeah, this ain't the first time she did.
Right.
She does stuff like this and does GoFundMe's. She raised $4,000 something the last time she did it. She raised $40,000 and still counting off this one. And so if you keep doing this, right, why would men come to rescue like
any woman?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh well, what she do this time? Or what's this situation? If they see a black woman, in a situation in public. You're gonna have a reservation. Even if you help, you still gonna have a reservation. Like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
But I mean, if somebody is telling me that, man, this guy hit me, and the guy,
and the guy's not there.
He's not there, and you want me to go find him, and see that's
what they said. What are we supposed to do? Like, and the story is that she got out in Uber with some girls. The guys that were there when she said y'all didn't even do anything, they were going in the gas station and they saw her get out with some girls arguing or whatever, and when they came back out, that's what they came out.
So the girl
beat up.
It may have, but it just don't look. The story of I got hit with a brick just doesn't add up.
What kind of brick? That's a soft brick. Because if you get hit, if a man hits you with a brick,
you're gonna be knocked out.
You're gonna be. You will be knocked out.
You will be knocked out.
Your face gonna be fractured.
If the brick just fall on you,
you can be knocked out.
Where did the brick come from? Did he just walk to a building and grab a brick off the side?
They said, where's the brick?
Right. Where's the evidence?
So the brick wasn't there.
Yeah, fingerprint.
She didn't file a police report. That's the biggest suspect thing of all of it. A police report was never filed. Yeah. Like
that would be the first thing to do.
Yeah, to me.
Now, if somebody in my family, my wife,
you ain't got to worry.
Her mom, Lovey, like if they say somebody hit them with a brick, I'm not even thinking.
But a stranger on the street.
But a stranger on the street.
But you know her.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so sometimes.
So those guys didn't know her.
So of course.
So what did she say? What did she expect people to do? But the whole thing about just men protecting women, even if you know a woman, do you go in a fight for her? Do you put yourself out there? You're like, how do I know y'all wasn't in a? Let's say she got hit with a brick for real. Mm-hmm. Was it an argument? Like I need to be asking questions.
I'd be like, let's go to the police together.
I'll stop
it might have been Tyson.
No,
Mike Tyson. Like bro, again. Tyson, what she do, bro?
Right.
She does that sometimes.
Hey man, you crazy, man. What she do?
What she do, Tyson?
For real?
She does that sometimes.
You can't do that. You can't say that to him. Okay, let's call the police. Let's call the ambulance. Yeah. Let's get you.
She's gonna be all right. She's still alive.
Just calm down.
Mike, you go home.
That's the point. She's still alive, so you would just take her to the police. Like I don't have to go find the dude. What am I gonna do?
Why didn't anybody call the police if that was the case?
If you made a man mad enough to hit you in the head with a brick,
that makes me want to ask some questions. And she said
it was because I didn't give him my number. Yeah, that.
Oh man, right hit you in the head because
you didn't give him no number.
Come on, girl.
Nothing about her story. But she raised $40,000 off that.
That's crazy.
And yeah.
Well, somebody hit me in the head with a tomato.
Got that little fuck back here. You can get $40,000 off that.
Oh gosh.
But if that's what you got to do to make money, man, that's pretty sad.
That's pretty sad. And it hurts the reality and safety of other women. I think that's what the girl in the video was talking about. Her and the girl from Alabama.
If you're an honest girl, woman, and you got people that love you around you, and somebody violates you, and they know you.
I mean, that's in. Yeah. But I'm talking about just in public. You don't know them. You didn't see it happen,
right.
And they just show up talking about, something happened. You're gonna be like, okay, where they at? Yada yada yada. And
that video didn't change nothing for me. I'm gonna do what I would have done before I saw the video.
Yeah,
and that's man, I'm gonna pray, and then I'm gonna get in my car.
Swelling now.
Pray.
And bless the head.
Now, if she's swelling and I'm up on her, I'm see if we can get you.
I mean, I'm just gonna call 911. Right. Oh, you hurt? Are you okay? Let me call the police. Let me call the ambulance. Yeah. Let me get you to the hospital.
No, go get them for me.
It may have been different if the guy was still there. Maybe if he was still there, but he's not even there. You
can't find a brick.
I ain't gonna fight a strange dude for you. I ain't gonna approach a strange dude.
If he's beating her down on the ground,
you
just gonna say, "I'm gonna call the police."
Yeah, because ain't nothing I could do. Because he probably, if he crazy enough to beat her in public, then he got something. Yeah. And so ain't nothing I can do.
Yeah, nothing.
I can try to break. Hey, bro, stop from the car. Stop. Hey, stop.
If a woman getting beat,
stop. I don't know her.
Yeah.
You gonna go out there?
I mean, I try to break it up. Yeah, like, bro, hey, don't kick this woman in the head while she down. Like, yeah.
It's a shoot first generation, bro. Too dangerous. And if it's toxic enough, and then you get up there, you do all that, and dude pull out a knife and do all that, it's too dangerous. Yeah. And then found out that she spit in his face. And then you were like, oh, bro, carry on. And then
carry on.
Carry on.
Oh my God.
What I'm saying,
you can't beat nobody down like that.
I'm not getting involved. I'm gonna call the police.
Yeah, but she'll be dead by the time police come.
But you don't know if you're gonna be. You don't know what he has. If a person is bold enough, you got to understand the generation we in.
Yeah, I understand that.
So, but you're the one that go and beat strange white guys.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Down the ball. No, you that guy.
No. I de-escalate.
But you still de-escalated for somebody that you knew, your uncle.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna de-escalate for no stranger.
No, I ain't gonna de-escalate. But if a man is beating a woman, let's say we in the Applebee's, and a man is just wailing on a woman in the
when he slid the dude down the counter.
That's where it happens.
Okay, at Chili's.
I gotta be
at Chili's.
Chili's ain't never happened.
No, we at Piccadilly. Yeah, and I'm in line getting me a roast beef and some side of greens. I see a guy wailing on a woman, at the table. I'm gonna go try to pull him off of her. Like, it's just that's my natural instinct.
It just depends on where it is.
Now, if we had a gas station in an alley or something like that, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, bro, you in shoot zone.
Shoot zone.
You know what I'm saying? You at a gas station. That's wait. And then I ride up, and I'm like, nah, bro. What if somebody he beating her up in the car, and you drive up next to her and see the girl get beaten up in the car? I'm gonna
call the police.
Call the police.
It's only certain things.
Or you gonna get in the back seat, or you gonna pull the dude out the car?
Nah,
no.
Through the window and slide him down the bar.
Yeah.
Well, then it's the same thing.
Yeah, nah.
You ain't gonna run up on somebody that you don't know.
That's in your. I can't.
Yeah, that's they area.
That's to me. That's really not even public. You in your car, or if it's somebody in their house. I can't run in your house. I can hear you in there beating, her scream. I can't get in the house. Like, I call the police at that point.
If you in all instances, you call the police.
Have you seen a woman get beat up in public?
No.
Yeah. I have several times.
What did you do,
man? Why you always around women getting beat up in public?
Nah, and all of them was in South Florida in Pompano.
What did you do?
No, I was a kid. Oh. But I've seen a girl she got kidnapped and. She got to the door and was banging on the door, and the dude was chasing her and threw her on the ground. I looked out the window. He was kicking her. I was like, hey, y'all, somebody. And they came outside. Dude ran down the street. They called the police. But I've seen it. And then another one at my other grandma. That was at Grandma D house right down from Thomas Temple.
Did you run across the street and help?
No, I was like 9 or 10.
Still, though, the lion was in you?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, when you see the adrenaline you have And
Bro, why you always go to the British when you say Hav? I go to the King James, bro.
You get a half of that sandwich.
Why you always go to the King James version?
Go back to the
You ain't
amplified
never
version.
say half. You always say Hav. Bro, bro, you all in every teaching you've ever done.
You do.
When you do a Kingdom Conference, you talk English, and then when you say Hav or Haas, you go to King James version.
And then you say both is Hav.
I was like, man, it did just he didn't possess only with one word. It didn't only say one word.
Dude, no.
That ain't what you say.
No.
When you start preaching this, do you have it? Have you turned to it yet? Have you turned to it?
And first I thought it was like, I'm like,
y'all, man. Y'all ain't told me to be like that.
no, that's real. You do that, bro. You say hard or Haas. And you've been doing it ever since you've been preaching. Bro, you didn't put that one word.
Gotta win a team, but do the thing. Get them with a bada boom, bada beam.
You know what it is when we in the booth. Speaking to the house, speaking to the youth. And no matter what, we gon' tell the truth. See time harvest, you gon' see the fruit. Put the kid tag, gotta pull it from the roof. Once you get the bag, gotta get the loot. Find another way to preach, we don't need a start. To the boat in the game, with the power poop. Let's go now. You know I'm here with CantonJones and Messenja on the podcast.
Monday night, Browns and Steelers. I got Browns. Y'all can't pick the same thing, bro.
Yeah, we can.
Change your pick. The Pittsburgh Steelers.